My boyfriend is going to cry, and I don't feel bad about it. In fact, I've been waiting 14 months for this exact moment. I met Ryan 4 years ago at a coffee shop in Portland. I was crying over a job rejection. He sat down across from me, slid his muffin over, and said, "Whatever happened, it's not worth skipping breakfast over." We talked for 3 hours. I forgot I was even upset. 6 months into dating, he told me about his childhood. His dad was a musician. Not famous, just local bars and weekend gigs. But to Ryan, his dad was a rock star. Every Saturday morning, his dad would wake him up, hand him a beat-up 1987 Fender Stratocaster, navy blue with scratches everywhere, and teach him to play. Ryan said those mornings were the only time the house felt safe. His parents fought constantly. Money was tight, but Saturday mornings were sacred. When Ryan was 17, his dad died suddenly. Heart attack at 44. The funeral was on a Thursday. Ryan wore his dad's old blazer, 2 sizes too big. While he was at the cemetery, his stepmom held a garage sale, sold everything: the vinyl collection, the amplifiers, and the guitar. $40. She sold it for $40 to some stranger. Ryan told me this story exactly once. 3 in the morning, rain hitting the window. He said finding that guitar was the one thing he'd never stop wishing for. Said it still had his dad's initials carved inside the sound hole, JRM. Then he changed the subject and never brought it up again. The next morning, I started searching. Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, Reverb, every pawn shop within 200 miles of his hometown in Ohio. I posted in vintage guitar forums, even tracked down people who went to that garage sale. Month after month, dead ends. I found 19 navy blue 1987 Stratocasters. None had the initials. None had the checkmark-shaped scratch Ryan mentioned once. I almost gave up in September. Told myself maybe some things stay lost. Then in October, a woman in Columbus messaged me. Said her late husband bought a blue Fender at a garage sale years ago. Never played it. Sitting in their basement since 2019. I asked for photos. Saw the checkmark scratch. Asked her to look inside the sound hole, JRM. I sat on my bathroom floor and cried for 20 minutes. She wanted $1,200. I'm a nurse. I had maybe 300 saved, so I picked up doubles on weekends. Overnight rotations. Stopped buying coffee. Sold my textbooks. Sold the watch my aunt gave me for graduation. Ryan noticed I was tired. I told him work was busy. He made me dinner, ran me baths. I felt horrible lying to him, but I kept going. Last month, I finally had enough. Drove to Columbus. 7 hours round trip. When she handed me that case, my hands were shaking. The guitar has been hidden in my closet for 3 weeks. Last night was his birthday. We went to dinner. Ryan was making dumb jokes, completely clueless. I could barely eat. We got home around 9. I told him to sit on the couch. Said I forgot to give him something. I pulled out the case. My heart was pounding. Ryan looked confused. "Babe, what is that?" I set it down. Couldn't speak. "Is this a guitar?" He laughed nervously. "I haven't played in years." I said, "Just open it." He unlatched the case, lifted the lid, and froze. He didn't move, didn't breathe, just stared at the navy blue body, the scratches, the missing tuning peg. His voice cracked. "This looks like he didn't finish." His hands trembled when he picked it up, turned it over, saw the checkmark scratch. Made this sound I've never heard, like the air left his body. "How?" That's all he said. I told him to look inside the sound hole. He tilted the guitar toward the lamp, then his face crumpled. He set it down so carefully and started sobbing. Not crying, sobbing, whole body shaking, hands over his face. I wrapped my arms around him. He grabbed onto me like I was the only thing keeping him upright. I thought it was gone. My dad's initials, they're still there. He cried for 15 minutes. I just held him. When he pulled back, eyes red, he looked at me like he was seeing me for the first time. "How did you find this?" I told him everything. The 14 months, the forums, the 19 wrong guitars, the woman in Columbus, the extra shifts. "You did all that for me?" I told him his dad's guitar deserved to come home. He pulled me so tight I couldn't breathe. Around midnight, he asked if he could play something. He tuned it slowly. His hands remembered. Then he started playing this soft melody. "My dad wrote this," he whispered. "Used to play it Saturday mornings." I sat on our living room floor at midnight, listening to my boyfriend play his dead father's song on his dead father's guitar. When he finished, he looked at me. "You brought him back, part of him." We stayed on that floor until 2 in the morning. Him picking up the guitar, putting it down, like he couldn't believe it was real. This morning I woke up and he wasn't next to me. Found him holding the guitar, watching the sunrise. He was whispering something. I caught the last part. "I missed you, Dad, but she found you."